Hi again, everybody, and welcome to Inside Golf. I'm Harry Donahue, and coming up on today's show, we're going to introduce you to a gentleman who you probably have already seen hundreds of times on the Golf Channel. His name is Rich Lerner. Rich grew up in the Allentown area. He went to Temple University, and of course, the rest of his story you pretty much know about. But he's going to fill in some of the blanks. Rich Lerner joins us today here on Inside Golf. Also coming up in our short drive feature, we're going to tell you how to enjoy a little Pinot with your palate. Or is it a palate with your Pinot? Our teed off panel will talk about who they think will be winning the majors in 2018. So stay with us. Lots more to come on this week's edition of Inside Golf.
Inside Golf, now celebrating its 20th season, is presented by Destination Montco Golf. 54 courses, 300,000 yards. Check them out at montcogolf.com. By the First Tee of Philadelphia. The First Tee helps young men and women become better golfers, but most important, better people. Get involved. Visit thefirstteephiladelphia.org. By the Golf Association of Philadelphia, GAP, celebrating amateur golf since 1897. By Jersey Man Magazine, it's a Jersey way of life. And by Philly Man Magazine, bringing it to Broad Street. And by Inside Golf's partner since 1998, the Philadelphia Section PGA, experts in the game and business of golf. Take time to thank your local PGA golf professional.
Along with being stewards of the game of golf, your local PGA professional wears many hats.
We are teachers.
We are players.
We are managers.
We are merchandisers.
And community leaders.
But we all wear one badge.
PGA professionals are well-trained experts who work hard to share the joy of golf with our neighbors for over 90 years. To find your local PGA professional, visit phillypga.com. Brought to you by the Philadelphia section of the PGA.
We are the experts in the game and business of golf.
The First Tee of Greater Philadelphia, where golf is more than a game.
Welcome back to Inside Golf. We're at the Tom Gola Arena, the home of LaSalle University basketball. Now, you're probably wondering, why is Inside Golf at a college basketball arena? Well, here's the reason why. We're going to introduce you today to Rich Lerner. If you watch the Golf Channel, you know who he is. Well, Rich is kind of taking a busman's holiday, away from golf and doing a college basketball game. His alma mater is Temple University. The Owls are playing the Explorers, and Rich Lerner has the call on NBC Sports TV.
And whenever they see me at a tournament, I'll get this a lot, Gary. Hey, Golf Channel guy.
Well, here he is, Mr. Versatility, our old buddy, Rich Lerner.
Harry, good to see you.
How about you now, doing hoops?
You know I love it. I'm in a world of whisperers, right? This putt for par. And by the way, the bigger the moment, the lower the voice. This putt to save planet Earth from extinction. I've been dying to let it go and raise the decibel level. And this is, for me, this is huge. Having grown up on Big Five basketball, I was born and raised in Allentown, Pennsylvania. The late, great ACC and Big Five official Hal Grossman, who was the athletic director of the Allentown Jewish Community Center, used to take two of his star pupils, little Richie Lerner and Stevie Corfin, who is the greatest sixth grade basketball player I've ever seen. He used to take us when we were 10, 11, 12 years old down to the Palestra for City Series doubleheaders that he was refereeing. And if you watch games as a kid in that old wooden powder keg, then you were going to love basketball for the rest of your life. I'm a basketball junkie, so this is just an unbelievable thrill to be able to call a Big Five game.
And back for your alma mater as well, Temple University, what, 87? Class of 87?
No, I wish, 83.
83?
I had a one-day tryout on a lark pushed by some buddies to try to walk on. And when I could not get a shot off in a one-on-one drill against the great Terrence Stansberry, who was second in the dunk contest, Terrence could get off the floor. I knew that I was in over my head. And Coach Cheney, I'll never forget this, was the greatest guy. He pulled me aside at the end of the practice and he put his arm around me and he said, "Son, you have a nice 15-footer, but not at this level." And the next time I saw him, I was doing games for the Point WRTI at the Palestra. Saw me, whipped out a $5 bill. He said, "Kid, go get us a couple of sodas." So,
How about that? But where else would you find this sort of information? Let's bring it up to the present tense here. You've been a real anchor. You've done everything. Host, storyteller for Golf Channel for years now. 20 years, right? At Golf Channel?
21st year.
Wow, that's amazing. The game's changed and Golf Channel has changed. You're international. The game's in good shape. We got Tiger Woods possibly now coming back. I know you have some reservations about that comeback.
I'm happy he's coming back, but what I would caution people on is this is not simply a recovery from back problems. He did have some back issues, no question, but it's twofold, this recovery. There's the recovery from the addiction issues. He was public with it in 2010, and I think we saw evidence of that on the side of the Florida highway in May. Very serious issue in our country. So it's emotional, spiritual, psychological, and physical, this comeback. If Tiger has, in fact, addressed those, and I have no reason to think he did not, then I think we could be on to something. Will we see the Tiger of 10 years ago? I don't think that's going to happen. But think about this as Tiger comes back. I just did an interview with Davis Love III. He was just inducted into the World Golf Hall of Fame. 21 wins. He won a little bit more than 3% of his career starts, between 3 and 4%. Hall of Fame. Tiger's won 24% of his career starts. So if 3% is Hall of Fame, what's 24%? You're a 450 lifetime hitter. Whatever happens from here, his contribution to the game, enormous, and his impact is huge.
And all the young guys that are out there now leading the way were all influenced. Their hero, it wasn't Jack, wasn't Arnie, it was Tiger.
They grew up watching Tiger Woods, and I think the impact there is, number one, the way he trained in terms of fitness and strength and explosiveness. The word you hear on the range now is speed. Speed through the hitting area, explosiveness, ground up. The other area I think he has had a big impact is just in terms of the way the young players close tournaments. They win, and they win young. They saw Tiger win at 21. He won the Masters by 12, so no surprise to see Spieth at 24 with 3 majors. Justin Thomas at 24, winning 5 times in the season. These guys close tournaments, and I think it's a result of having watched Tiger.
Let me ask you, there are certain moments in all sports where if you're watching an event, you don't leave to go out and get a beer or go to the bathroom. Ryan Howard comes up with the Phillies a few years ago, nobody left, right? With Golf Channel, you know what my don't leave moment is? When you guys are at a major, and you have Frank Nobilo and Brandel Chambly and yourself. That is
David
the best.
Duval, and David Duval.
And David. But when you guys are sitting around shooting you know what, it is the most informative and entertaining, because sometimes Brandel and Frank, I'm sure they're best friends, and you could probably tell us at another time, but on camera they will agree to disagree. Is that a big moment for you two?
It is, and it's exciting. I don't always know where they're going, but look, we're part fan. We're as excited as you are, having watched Jordan Spieth tear it up on the final 5 holes at Royal Birkdale. We're as excited as anyone. And then in the case of Brandel and Frank and David, they're golf experts, analysts who played at the highest level, so they have a view of what we've just seen that maybe the fan has not yet thought about. They're phenomenal to work with. They raise the level of my game. They work really hard at it. They're really bright. And they're fearless. To be good in television nowadays, I think you have to be fearless, and certainly that's...
And do your homework, because on social media, you're going to get killed if you put out the wrong information.
Right. And I think what's different about golf versus other sports, Harry, is fans play the game of golf. They don't play football in most cases. They don't play major, or they don't play high-level baseball. But everybody who's watching golf plays. No, they know the rules. They know the ins and outs of the sport. So everyone, or most people, are experts. Yeah.
Rich, you have made Golf Channel, okay? And I'm telling you, you're one of the guys. The reason why, I began in news radio a little before I got started. People said, "Who's going to listen to all news radio all the time?" Well, same thing with the Golf Channel. Well, I know, but my point is, there's a niche now. That's the way broadcasting is, right? Yeah. And it's not broadcasting, it's narrowcasting. Correct. But the Golf Channel, for millions of people worldwide, because of guys like you, is right there every day.
I've been lucky to have been there 21 years, growing up at my dad's. Fully lighted pitch and putt, driving range, and miniature golf in Allentown, Pennsylvania. I think some of the viewers or listeners would know what that is. Dorneyville Golf Center right over the hill from Dorney Park. So I've been really lucky to have had a lifetime in the game, and really lucky to be here. I can't tell you how much I love basketball, and in what I would call an Amazon world in which very little is local anymore. Big Five basketball is local, and still gets me fired up.
That's why we love him. Whether he's down in Orlando or St. Andrews or Augusta,
Thanks,
he's the
Harry.
man. Good to see you. We'll catch up again.
Great to see you, Harry, and congrats on all your success. Temple basketball and area golf in great hands with Harry.
Thank you very much. Rich Lerner from the Golf Channel.
Rich Lerner, proud product of Temple University, the Lehigh Valley, and a great supporter of Big Five basketball. And congratulations to Rich and his wife, Robin. They recently hosted again their annual golf event, helping to raise thousands, millions of dollars actually, for the Winnie Palmer Hospital for Children in Orlando, Florida. Doesn't get any better than Rich Lerner. All right, coming up next, we're going to have our short drive feature. We're going to tell you how to enjoy that glass of Pinot with a palate. That's next on Inside Golf.
Success requires hard work. No way around it. Realize timing is key. Be willing to push yourself. Stay in control. Trust technology to support you. My father once said, "Doesn't matter what you do in life, just be the best at it."
I'm Taylor Tropea with Montco Golf, and for today's short drive, we're putting the spotlight on a local business where you can eat, drink, and learn to paint in style.
And have fun doing it. And that's the main thing, to have fun while you're doing it and enjoy yourself. And believe me, if you're having fun, it'll come out in the painting, and that'll show in the painting, and that'll make a big difference.
You're having a great time. Here, it's like one year past. Oh, there you go.
Joining us now is John Danielson, owner of Pinos Palette. John, tell us about Pinos Palette.
Pinos Palette is the premier paint and sip studio in the United States. It was formed in 2009 out of Texas. We have approximately 160 studios around the country, and I have two. I have this one in Collegeville and I have one in Exton. Our studios have formal training programs for our artists, but my studios in particular are different than my local competition because I've got very spacious, very clean, and very elegantly designed studio arrangements. I also offer a lounge that has leather couches, chic cloth chairs, and a beautiful fireplace that guests can enjoy prior to class.
And you cater to corporate events, correct?
We do cater to corporate events, lots of them. We offer corporate team building events, and many of our clients will actually rent our space on an hourly basis to enhance their corporate team building event, or they'll do off-site meetings because we're fully equipped from an AV standpoint to host off-site meetings.
Well, tell us about the classes. What can someone expect from start to finish?
Our classes are a lot of fun. Our classes are designed to ensure people have a fabulous social evening. It's more about the social engagement than it is about the painting. Most of our clients have no artistic talent at all. In fact, most of our clients have never painted before. What they find most amazing about our classes is that they can walk away with what they consider is their own personal masterpiece. And over a course of a 2 or 3 hour class, our expert artist will tell everybody exactly what paint to use, what brush to use, and how to use it. They will also go through the class and provide individual guidance to guests on methods to improve their painting. Everybody comes in that are new to the studio with some level of apprehension about their painting skill, and by the end of the night they walk away really happy and very excited that they were able to do something that they've never ever been able to do before. What's most amazing to me when I watch people paint is for people that have never painted before, they use professionally looking techniques at times that they have no clue what they're doing, but come out with a masterpiece that everybody, to include the artists, are very shocked about.
What kind of painting classes do you offer?
Well, we offer lots of classes. We offer a standard acrylic class on a 16 by 20 canvas. We also have classes on wooden boards, both acrylic and stencil. We have classes for painting wine glasses, and we also have a project pet class, which allows us to take a client's picture of her pet, Photoshop it, and then have it printed on a canvas. And then over a course of 3 hours, we teach them how to actually paint their pet, and they are absolutely amazed how beautiful these pictures come out.
Tell us about some of the fundraising events that occur here.
We do lots of fundraising events. We provide fundraising events for lots of activities, from Boy Scout fundraising events all the way up to American Cancer Society activities. And we're very pleased to provide funds back to these events to support our community that we live in.
And how would you recommend for our viewers to follow up, find out more information, sign up for a class?
Viewers that want to get more information about our studio can access information two ways. One, they can call our studio directly at 610-285-9190, or they can go online to Pinos Palette Collegeville and get more information there.
Pinos Palette is BYOB, so you're welcome to bring any food or drink you'd like to enjoy throughout your experience. That's it for today's short drive, but you can always find more ideas by visiting valleyforge.org.
So take Taylor's advice, visit their website. And coming up next here on Inside Golf, our teed-off panel talks about any repeat major winners in 2018 or who will be some first-time winners. Stay with us.
Athletic guy.
And a big welcome back to Inside Golf. It's time for Teed Off, and we're at Bluestone Country Club in Bluebell, Pennsylvania, with our panel that includes today Mr. Joe Logan, who has been here a few times before. He is the man that puts out myphillygolf.com. Ken Dunnick is the publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine.
Yes, sir.
He's wearing his Eagles little jacket there on
There's
a little
good reason for
windy
it.
day.
We're having a good year, Harry. It's about time.
And he's a former Eagle, so why not? Wear it. Wear it if you got it. And the executive director of the Philadelphia section, PGA of America, is Jeff Surratt.
Right.
Good to see you guys
Thanks for having
again.
me.
All right. The four winners of the majors in 2017, Joe, were Sergio Garcia, Bruce Koepka, Jordan Spieth, and Justin Thomas. So the $64,000 question is, as we approach 2018 and another set of majors, who on that list is most likely to be another major winner in the new year?
I would say that the common perception would be Spieth, Jordan Spieth.
Because?
Because he's that good. And he's already figured out how to win, and he's won, what, 3 already. I'm going to say Justin Thomas. This guy's coming on strong. He's, you know, they were kids together.
Player of the year in 2017.
Yes, I think he's figured it out. And I would not be at all surprised to see him win another major this year. Of course, I wouldn't be surprised to see Spieth either. But if I had to pick of the other two that unlikely would be Brooks Koepka and Sergio. I think Sergio will win another one, but probably not this year.
Okay. he spent so many years on that list of the best player never to have won, so he wins it already. We saying you're done. That's it. No.
That's enough.
Nothing. What about you, Kenny?
I kind of agree. I think if I had to choose one that I think would repeat, it would be Spieth, just because the putter normally wins the golf tournament, and he's such a great putter. I think that's the one thing. When you look at players who have dominated the game, when Tiger won, he was putting the best of anybody. When Jason Day had his day a couple years ago, he was putting the best, and of course, Spieth is known for his putting. I would go with the Sergio pick as well as the least likely. I think there's a reason why it took him as long as it did to win one. I was surprised that he won one at Augusta because, you know, putting is such a premium there that you wouldn't think that would be the course where he would do it, but he did. And I was happy to see it because he's given his life to the game, but I guess those would be my two picks.
There are your two. Mr. Surratt?
Hard to argue against any of that. You know, obviously Sergio just had a baby, so I think his life's going to change a little bit here in the near future. So I would probably say he'd maybe be the less likely to win one again this year. But you know, Justin Thomas comes out first event of the season, wins the CJ event over in Asia, you know, out of the gate, and wins it in a playoff over Mark Leishman. So you know, I think we've all seen it. You know, you see these players, you know, they'll go for a season or half a season and just win and win and win and win. And you know, it'd be interesting to see how you know, how the Masters goes. You know, the first major of the year. You know, who's playing great at the beginning of the year, but, you know, hard to argue against Justin Thomas or Jordan Spieth. I mean, Brooks Koepka, you almost feel like it was kind of like, you know, a golf course that was built for him at Erin Hills, so you can just beat on it, you know, all day long and, you know, hit it as far as you want, wedge it up and make a putt. But yeah, really hard to argue against that.
Would it be safe to say, Joe, that getting back to those four in 2017 that won majors, who was the biggest surprise? Was it Sergio, who had been hanging around, it seemed, forever, or was it a guy like Koepka? I mean, Thomas and,
I would say Koepka.
And Spieth, so you would say that was a bigger surprise than even Sergio.
Koepka likes baseball better than golf. I mean, you look at him, he's an athletic guy, but I would have to say he was the surprise of the four. The other three, I mean, Sergio has been so good for so long, just never quite could get it over the thing, but now he has. But Justin Thomas is so good, and Spieth is so good. Those guys are going to be around for a long time. They're the future of golf. They're the present of golf.
Yeah, I've talked to a few insiders that say that Koepka has as good a golf swing as there is out there, but of course you have to get in the hole, and that's where the putter comes in again. But you know, Sergio, who is obviously mega talented, you know, it took him a long time to break through, and it's kind of fun to watch that this season.
You know, turning back the clock to Augusta, Dustin Johnson didn't even play. You remember the whole drama? Yeah. He fell like, what, 2 days before the first round, and was he going to play? Wasn't he? I mean, they had him covered. It was like watching OJ's ride in the SUV. You know,
I had him on my fantasy team too, which made it even worse. I mean, come on.
And I'm sure. Well, now you know. So he didn't win a major in 17. He's still ranked number one, although he had a terrible collapse at a recent tournament. I mean, is Dustin Johnson going to be back in the mix, do you
Absolutely. I think the best thing about Dustin Johnson, he seems like he has such a short memory. Nothing seems to bother him.
He's so laid back.
You know, even the event you blew a 6-shot lead to Justin Rose. It just, you know, it's like, well, it's just a bad day. You know, we all have them. Shot 77 on the last day, missed a shot here, missed a shot there, but didn't play that bad.
And he was that way, what, at Pebble one year,
at every
right?
one.
Yeah.
I mean, at Chambers
I think
Bay.
that's who he is. He doesn't remember.
Yeah, at Chambers Bay, the 3-putt in the last hole was kind of like, well,
he has an uncluttered mind.
You know, which is, you know, just kind of like a quarterback, right? You have a short memory.
Short memory is great in that game, isn't it? Huh? Why get upset about it, fellas?
Yeah, you can't do anything about it. It's already gone.
You know, golf's, I guess all sports are that way in many regards, but golf more than most, for me, it's all about the next in golf, whether it's a tournament or whether it's a drive or whether it's any shot on the golf course. Am I right, Mr. Logan?
I don't know.
You don't know? Thanks for backing me up. All right, let me get these tire tracks from that bus off of...
It's like the famous Weisskopf thing, and they asked him, what is Nicklaus thinking now? Weisskopf said, I don't know. If I had any idea, I'd have won as many as he did.
Thanks for comparing me to Nicklaus, by the way. And we'll be right back. More of Inside Golf in a moment.
Located in Bluebell, just a short drive from Plymouth Meeting, Bluestone Country Club offers a setting that's close at hand but feels like a world away. Bluestone offers a championship caliber golf course, practice facilities including a large driving range, separate chipping and putting areas, and a staff of PGA professionals. At the Country House at Bluestone, you'll find excellent food, superb service, and an outstanding setting. Their expert staff will assist in planning your next event, whether it's a wedding or simply a luncheon, dinner, or cocktail party. Check out Bluestone's variety of membership options. Much more than a golf course, Bluestone is a community. Hey viewers of Inside Golf, have you heard about Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine? Published by ex-Eagles and Philadelphia Stars tight end Ken Dunnick, these magazines offer the very best in content on subjects of interest to men. Writers include Glenn Macnell, Bill Line, and George Anastasia. And you can increase your business by attending our monthly private parties as an advertiser. Call 856-912-4007 or email ken@jerseymanmagazine.com for more information.
Along with being stewards of the game of golf, your local PGA professional wears many hats.
We are teachers.
We are players.
We are managers.
We are merchandisers.
And community leaders.
But we all wear one badge.
PGA professionals are well-trained experts who work hard to share the joy of golf with our neighbors for over 90 years. To find your local PGA professional, visit phillypga.com. Brought to you by the Philadelphia section of the PGA.
We are the experts in the game and business of golf.
Thanks for joining us on this week's edition of Inside Golf. Coming up next week, among other things, we'll introduce you to two of the recent honorees at the annual Golf Association of Philadelphia Awards Dinner. We're going to go both ends of the spectrum, the senior winner and the junior winner. That's next on Inside Golf. I'm Harry Donahue. Remember, no matter how bad it's going for you out there, don't pick up. See you next time here on Inside Golf.
Inside Golf, now celebrating its 20th season, is presented by Destination Montco Golf. 54 courses, 300,000 yards. Check them out at montcogolf.com. By the First Tee of Philadelphia. The First Tee helps young men and women become better golfers, but most important, better people. Get involved. Visit thefirstteephiladelphia.org. By the Golf Association of Philadelphia. GAP, celebrating amateur golf since 1897. By Jersey Man Magazine, it's a Jersey way of life. And by Philly Man Magazine, bringing it to Broad Street. And by Inside Golf's partner since 1998, the Philadelphia Section PGA. Experts in the game and business of golf. Take time to thank your local PGA golf professional.